Let's take the Wi-Fi off. Every time we have Wi-Fi, these all week long, test demonstrations, black versus black demonstrations, basically proves that our product at the end of the day is not house paint, or they can't do the same thing with fabric and other things such as the same color as our technology. Now, these tests are extremely important, as I said before, because again, it ensures the customer that they're not being shipped down house. Because again, it ensures the customer that they're not being shipped down house paint. They're being shipped down a real product that actually works. So this is a test that's extremely important. People who avoid these tests are people you have to watch out at the end of the day to make sure that they are shipping you down a product and you're not receiving everyday house paint that the consumer can easily go to a convenience store, hardware store, and pick it up themselves, being overcharged for something, again, that they can literally do themselves. That's why these tests are extremely important. For us, we also need these too for their website. We have these already on the website under Crystal Ridge. We need this for the Black Series edition to show our proof that our technology does exactly what it's designed to do. Now, up against our screen, we always add a little more. In these challenges, we have two different versions of black paint. We have the Black Dynasty by Home Depot, and we have Black Magic by Lowe's. The middle strip in the middle is just everyday black tablecloth. That's what it is. All right, projector we're using in a demonstration. We're using our Sony. I'll take it off the stand for a minute. Make sure we're not using a very high-powered projector. No venues. We're using our Sony VPL CS4. This is an SVGA projector, 600 by 800 res, 720p at 1,000 lumens. So we thought we'd make it more of a challenge for us because, like I said, we've done this multiple times before. So this time around, I want to do something a little different. We use a 1,000 lumen projector for the demonstration. Now, in this demonstration, we have to show white levels and we have to show color. Keep in mind, it's another individual. Also, too, we gave this challenge to fellow YouTube channel by the name of Jamie Fernando Gonzalez. Co 1176 is a YouTube channel. Makes several great screen paint mixes. We've been asking him constantly to do a certain demonstration, which he has refused to do. We asked him to do Network Gray 773. We also request for a paint called Slip Silver by Amazon. The reason why these are two particular items that, again, the consumer can pick up themselves. And again, we feel that he's overcharging for his products due to the fact they are house paint. Now, evidence on this claim, very easy. As I said before, on the blacklist, we do have a video they were able to obtain before it actually disappeared for good. This is a video showing the individual painting the screen down using Network Gray 773, and also too, matching the screen horribly, very, very easily matching the screen, in which the demonstration was removed completely off his channel. We also caught him doing that also too, trying to remove evidence. Now, with that being said, the product itself under the Cinemax matches Network Gray 773, which is still today being sold on his website and advertised on his YouTube channel as if this never happened. And this is a really high concern. So what we have here, we have our board right here. This is a board. We have one side with the fellow's name Jamie on one side. The other end we have Kenny. That would be me right here. Kenneth, or Kenny, everybody you want to call me. And each time that demonstration is completed, person will receive a mark showing they have achieved and completed that test. Right now, we're doing ours right now. As I said before, got up in the morning, had a few things to do. I was working on my websites. So right now we're just knocking this out of the way because we have testing to do today. We have a batch number to do today and some other things. All right, so let's begin. Let's see, we got the white levels first. So let's go over to snow screensavers.
Getting that from YouTube.
All right, so we're just some random snow screensavers, a lot of bright snow. I'll show you at the end of the day that the product we develop over here doesn't match house paint. Now, on top of that, besides the challenge or outside the challenge, we get this quite a few times. We get them in forum sites. We get it in, I'm doing business with customers. I'm doing business with other people at companies. First thing that comes up is, can I do the same thing with black paint? Can I get a bid sheet and do the exact same thing? And this is the reason why we have to have these demonstrations done to back up that the product does something different or completely different than these products that we have laying against the screen. And that's why the tests are extremely important. All right, so we're going to do a snowstorm right there. I want to have, well, actually, tell you, you really don't need measuring tape because, again, a test can be done with long throw or ultra short throw. Just can't match the screen. Now, as I said before, to the individuals, you can understand this is how the test is done. You cannot match the screen. The reason why I say that because in the Network Gray 773 demonstration versus Cinemax, it was a perfect match to the individual because you had to merely walk over to the screen and lean down to see that there might have been a slight discoloration, just a little bit. Nothing that's going to change anything, to tell you the truth. But to him, he thought it was a major game changer, and it doesn't work that way. You have to show a difference between night and day. As if you go outside, it's daytime right now, it's not nighttime. If you go outside in the nighttime, it's not daytime. You can tell the difference. That's how it has to be. All right, let's go switch over to another one. So we're going to do several high white levels. Then after that, we're going to do colors. And then we're going to do a transition. That we're going to do that on our own because we need that for the website. So a transition, basically, that technology is going to have to be the transition from a contrast level to a colorful level without basically becoming too dark. Now we do this also too with the black paint, and we also do this with white screens at the same time, which is pretty cool to watch because you see one with the white screens don't pick up color, and the other ones basically can't pick up contrast, and our screen will still maintain. Yeah, that'd be doing too much. I got to keep to the rules. Here's the thing about it, it's hard because we've done this so many times that I want to add white in there. I want to add different screens in there, and I'm used to doing that because I'm used to pushing my product. We have to do a basic test. The basic tests are I'm sorry, they're boring to us. But I need a challenge at the end of the day. But like I said, I'll stick to it 7 days. Now, the reason why I explain this over and over again, our technology is something called the heightener. Actually, our technology has 4 elements we were blessed to be able to have that allows us to be able to change the structure of any any paint we drop it into. Now, because of that, the heightener allows the screen to actually be to exceed and receive white light. And that's what it's doing right now. Where if you take black paint or fabric, something that's not developed to be a projection screen at the end of the day, does not have that capability. And therefore, your white levels will suffer and your color will suffer. But you will pick up a very high contrast. It'll just be saturated. All right, let's come from here. Let's go over here and pick up the snow dogs, snow wolves.
So, Brenda, did you get your car fixed after your fender bender?
Oh, no, not yet, Linda. I'm still looking for a Lenza.
You know, with Lending Tree, I didn't have to look for lenders.
Now, my screen is small because we got to fit in the top to bottom. But the reason why it looks that way because my projector is very old. My projector was discontinued in 1999, and it only has the capability of doing a 4.3. So we chose, and that's why we call her Old Faithful, because we don't need to have a high-end projector. Now, later on, we're going to be doing some more detailed demonstrations on black versus black. We had people ask about, what if I get a 5,000 lumen projector? Maybe will I be able to pull up? Nope, we got a 5,000 lumen Christie right underneath of it. And we'll show you that it's not going to work at all, period. It's not going to pull up. So some people think if they get a high power projector, maybe they can lift white levels off the surface. No, it's not going to work. Okay, let's move over to our next one. Let's get another one over here. Now, all our screen paints do this. They have this capability. 39s, 38s, 12s, all of them. All black technology we have ever developed has to go through a black versus black test. This is the way we prove that the product is designed to do exactly what it's designed to do. The problem is that we don't see any gray screen paints doing a gray versus gray. We don't see that at all. We only seen one person so far. And like I said, it didn't go well. But still, they still have to do the test. It's very important. Now, we're also requesting for several gray screen paint products. The reason why, because these products have not been tested. We have searched for tests under these products, and we couldn't find anything. It's the Cinemax has no testing. The Hybrid Mix has no testing. And the IB Well, actually, all the rest of them don't have testing, but those particular three, those are the ones we need tested the most. We're requesting for those products to be tested with the house paint of Network Grade 773 and the Micro Blend Slip Silver by Amazon. I might as well put my mark right on the wall right now. Okay, let's go over here, let's grab us up another one. We can go through the whole entire list, which I'm trying to do, and we won't match. I've had black paper against my screen. I even went so far to put black cargo pants and a black hoodie. A lot of you not, it didn't even match. Black tape, black top of my one of my containers back there, doesn't match. All right, let's come out of here. Let's grab myself another demonstration. And this is also too how we know if someone has been falsifying demonstrations, because if you lay black paint against their screens, they come up looking like that. No black surface matches the technology. So if it's not our product and it comes up looking that dark, that's not our product. That's another way we also know when we see people doing fake demonstrations. We had somebody at one point, we know they painted the screen with black paint. And I said, do me a favor. I said, because he had black paint in his hand, I said, take that paint, lay it against that screen. And he didn't want to do it. Because if he laid it against the screen, it would have been an identical match. There's things that would be asked, bring this up in court. They'll ask you to lay black paint against the screen. The reason why I mentioned court, because we have some people who have done some very dumb things, and now they have to be prosecuted for their actions. Let's leave from out of here. Let's go over here and get this one over here. Yeah, we don't want that. We're good. We don't need all that. Doesn't make a difference. Whatever we choose is going to have that reaction. We choose color, same reaction. Now, just because we have a 1,000 lumen projector doesn't mean we aim with 1,000 lumens. We always aim with much less. We have a lot of light in the environment, also, which is very important. But like I said in the demonstrations, they don't have to be in a well-lit environment. It doesn't make a difference. You just can't match that screen. That's what it comes down to. Can't match the screen. All containers must be popped, which means you must show that, because keep in mind, we have to do this because the individual does some very interesting tactics. So he has to show the container being popped, being painted on from there. And his samples must be marked, which means they must be marked on the back each time he uses them. So that way we know he's using the same sample. He didn't go behind camera because the container is popped and change out the color of the paint to try to match his product. We have to do all this because, again, he has some very interesting tactics on how to cut corners. All right, let's come out of here real quick. Now, if anyone says, what about us? Well, we're the ones who start all these challenges. We're the ones who do all the tests, and nobody wants to do it at the end of the day.
With DirecTV, I can get live TV and on demand together. Football, housewives.
Football housewives. What?
The only reason why Network Grade 773 exists right now on YouTube is because we brought it up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's been on YouTube for other things, but for the purpose that for using it as a matching someone's projection screen, we started that. The reason why that needed to be started because at one point I started thinking that, hey, it could be a matter of time before these individuals start shipping you down everyday grade paint. You would not be able to tell the difference. So that's why these tests are important, to make sure that the customer is not being shipped down everyday grade paint. And the reason why we don't see these products on any of these heavy form sites, because that's the first thing they pop on there, like, hey, I could do the same thing if I mix such and so together. Can you show me it's a difference? You can't go in there with that. Now, the reason why we can't give the individual the benefit of the doubt, for some people probably would say, well, give him a chance. We can't give him a chance because right there, he has hardcore proof that he's doing this dirty stuff to his customers. Because again, the deleted video we have on the blacklist showing the individual in a hoodie, a Thrasher hoodie, doing the demonstration, matching the screen, and then video going missing, and then products still being sold on the website. So we can't give him credit. He's, I hate to say the word, but he's scamming people right now as you speak. And he talks about that product as if it never even happened. Now, you want to back yourself up? Guess what? 7-day challenge is day 1. Came in, did the demonstration. I got to come back in here and do this demonstration again, but it has nothing to do with the challenge. I have to do it for the website. So mine's going to be a little bit more berserk than this. This is a little easy for us. And the reason why is because we test our products. That's another very, very red flag, huge red flag. Selling products that are not tested, and products should be tested before they are sold. Let me see if we went through everything. I'm going to go with Fantasy Snow Screensaver.
I found a few matches for that.
Cancel. Fantasy Snow Screensaver.
I have a few skills that can help.
All right, we got to do reverse on this one. Screensaver Snow Fantasy.
Getting that from YouTube.
Sometimes you got to say it backwards or forward, one or the other. Did she get it from me? Or did she basically just ignore the command and go, we'll just get you this instead, and you'll deal with it. Let's try this one again. Fantasy Snow Screensaver.
I found a few matches for that.
All right, let's
You
get
mean
something else.
fantasy?
Right now she's having a problem with that one. Let's try Fantasy Snow Screensaver Snow.
Getting that from YouTube.
That worked. Now, like I said, if he chooses not to do the demonstration, well, that's a clear red flag, again, that his product is matching house paint. Because if your product is tested, you're not going to have a problem with doing it. It's easy, it's a cakewalk. You've done it already. People only fear testing because they're not ready and haven't done it yet. If you're going to school to take a math quiz, you've done the studying, you go in class, you bring in with confidence because, again, you studied, you know the answers, you're good to go. But anyone who didn't study, they're going to be nervous in class. They didn't study, they're going to fail. Interesting that people push these products out like this and everything that they have in their home is tested. You know, imagine if what you purchase right now is treated the same way how some people test screen paints at the end of the day. That'd be a bit of a nightmare, especially for your car. You trust your products that you have in your house because you know they were tested. You had to go through a procedure to make sure they would pass so they would last, so you would have them. Because it's tested. There's that little seal on the back of it. It has been tested. As a matter of fact, we have to start working on our tested seals. I mean, seals in the back to show stuff is properly tested. And then there's stuff that's going to be certified too on top of that. All right, let's go over here and let's see. We got the Fantasy. I got that one to finally pull up. Now it's a pain in the neck. Oh, this is a nice bright white one right here.
Shortness of breath is one symptom that can last for months after you've had COVID.
like I said, at the end of the day, it may mean nothing to him at the end of the day, but it should mean a lot to you. You want to make sure that whatever you pay for online, that you want to make sure that you're getting exactly what you paid for. And it can be backed up. Because if you're getting shipped down everyday house paint at the end of the day, something that you could have gotten to a car or walked over or ordered online from Amazon, from Home Depot, from Lowe's, from Sherwin-Williams, wherever it may be, and that's a crying shame at the end of the day. And you could have got a gallon of it on top of that. All right, come out here. Let's go over to colors. I'm going to do some color. Sorry, there's two more I want to do real quick before we do colors. LG snowboarding.
Getting that from YouTube.
This is why when these individuals try to do demonstrations in 38s and 39s, and even 8s, even 12s, trying to claim that they are black paint, they're pretty much shipping people black paint at the end of the day. Well, the difference in that, gentlemen, I can back my products up. I got tests that go that far back of doing these demonstrations where I haven't seen one demonstration of your products versus gray versus red. Only one person, and he matched it, and still continues to sell this product even after matching. So, this challenge right here for 7 days is to show everyone that at the end of the day, you can't back your products, and that you are shipping people at the end of the day house paint. So if you're afraid to do the demonstration and you won't do the demonstration, that means you are. And if you say you're not, well, like I said, the Network Grade 773 versus the Cinemax is all the proof that's needed. So you have to do your demonstration, you have to do your test, or stop selling the product. Watch when the screen transfers to black as you saturate it. Can't pick up the contrast levels, and it can't pick up contrast, but it can't pick up color. The white levels don't register. All right, let's go over to Skyworth food demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
There we go. Now you see the size of my screen, they're not being hit. See how they're matching the environment with no problem. But they're also maintaining a high white level at the same time. With the black paint and black fabric, can't do it. Now in their demonstration, they're going to have to show Network Grade 773 and Slip Silver. And they're going to have to do this demonstration. They don't have to do the fabric. We do the fabric because, again, the paint's a little boring. We've done it so many times to count. I put some fabric in there for fun. The fabric's just up there for fun. So, as you can see, this is what they're going to have to do. They're going to have two great products here. Their product painted down, and they can't match the screen. If you have to walk over to that screen to show a difference, that is an absolute fail. You see where I'm at right now? You see I'm not moving? The customer should be able to see that from there. As a matter of fact, if I pull my camera back, all the way over here, they should be able to see a difference. If you can't see a difference from behind the back of that projector, something's wrong. If you have to walk over to the screen to show the difference, something's definitely wrong. That means the only way you can see a slight difference, you literally would have to be sitting eye to eye to the screen. You should be able to see that from a distance. Anywhere you see that difference. Having the camera so close to the screen that you can't even see the background, you can't see the environment, that's very important. You have to see how the environment's reacting to the screen. Some people in some of these demonstrations The corners will be completely washed out, and they'll have the camera pushed all the way up, so that way you can't see where the corners are washing out on the screen. And I'm over here near my door. More on this. From anywhere I want. Anywhere I move, that screen is supposed to stay nice and bright. Now we don't expect them to go that far at all. Truthfully, honestly, I don't expect them to do the demonstrations at all. Period. We have been requesting for that long, asking. It's been 3 weeks. We've been requesting to do these demonstrations. They haven't done them so far. They're not going to do it at all. Period. This is just add a little more pressure onto it by putting up a little counter board to see. Now, to be fair, how I'm going to know is I'll have to go into your YouTube channel and I'll have to see if you've done the demonstrations, because that's how I'm going to know. We're not going to involve ourselves in anything other shenanigans. We're just coming just to see if you have done them. All right, that's pretty easy. I'll play it to the far end. I don't like to cut it off at the very end, so bring it all the way up. Let's bring it, let's see, right there. That bugs me at the end of the day. Like if I don't play it all the way through, or basically if I'm missing something in it, it'll drive me crazy. I have to go back and do it again. There we go. Just want to make sure everything shows up. All right, with that being said, let's go check out some colors. Let's see how colors react. We can do 2 different kinds of tests. Let's go do, let me see. There's no right done there. Slow color change out.
Getting that from YouTube.
There you go. Now this is going to switch to multiple colors. We do this all the time. We do certified screens or any other screens. We want to make sure that our screen pulls the highest and perfect balance when it comes to color. So we do this against white screens, we do it against silver screens, we do it against certified screens, just about everything. And this has been done inside and outside, all for short, all that good stuff. All our screen paints have to go through this color pattern test. We do not see this in the gray paint demonstrations at all. They don't even put it in there at all. And at any given time, it's never in there. Now, as the color switches out, you'll see where our technology is maintaining nice, beautiful, perfect color balance. Where the black paint is having extreme difficulties, including the black fabric. Added some cool upgrades to the Crystal Edge. I gotta go back in there. We're not finished working on there. I gotta finish working on that site. Got some other things I'm gonna add in there. So we're gonna be putting in a demo page pretty soon for demonstrations to try to not have so many demos on the front page. I'm gonna have a separate page for that one. All right. Color pattern test. Let's bring up some odd colors that the color pattern test probably didn't see. Let's bring up purple screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
pink screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
All right, pink screen right there. Let's bring up, I'm trying to get orange. Shouldn't read it. Let me see if I can read it this time. Orange screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
There we go. I thought you probably think I was saying orange screen. There's orange, no different color orange there, different shades. Let's go grab this one over here. That's not picking up. Let's do this one over here. That's not picking up. Let's see. Let's do that's right there. Oh, sky blue color screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Oh, I want to put a white sheet of paper up there so badly, but we can't do that test right now. But I want to do that demonstration. We already done test, but I want to do that so badly. I love doing sky blue with the white paper. It's so much fun, but I can't do it right now. I'm going to do it with this for right now. We have to suffer and do this. I'm so used to doing much more vigorous and brutal demonstrations. That's why we're using a 1,000 projector. I was like, man, I am not using that big boy projector. We got to make this hard today. I mean, so easy. I'm the kid that comes in the math class, cartwheeling in, backflipping into the class, going, yeah, I'm going to crush it. Because I study. I research everything. So yeah. I can go in there and crush that test, man. I love tests. Love tests. And I may fool around and be a class clown at the end of the day, but I did study. Yeah, I love tests. I'd love to go in and get that A with Papa or A+. Yeah, crushed it. It's kind of funny because I would see a test, it's like the test paper's talking back to me, talking about, you want a challenge? You want a challenge? You can take this, you can take this. I'm like, yeah, I'll take this. I'll take that challenge. I accept. And they're like, who are you talking to? I'm talking to the test paper. I've accepted this challenge. I must be victorious. And I crushed that test coming in. All right, let's get another color change. Let's grab this one right here. Now, he doesn't have to do all these. He doesn't. He has to do a basic color test, and he has to do a contrast level. Now, the reason why we're requesting for a contrast level, because again, gray screen paints have difficult time seeing contrast levels. So, and again, we need to see that in well, actually it doesn't make a difference if he does a fully lit environment. We just can't match the screen, but we do need to see a contrast level. What else did we run through? We ran through all of these. Those are done right there. Let me see. So we ran through all this. Let's do, I still got time here. Let's see. Let's do a transition. We can do a transition. And we got two levels here. Okay, transition, Starfield. And it said the black screens are pointed too high of a contrast level. You have to have a balance in the black. And now we'll go over to the snow. You have to be the transition back and forth. Any screen that we have here, even that exquisite black, and I think it's super jet black, that thing can transfer back and forth. I see this mistake a lot, and people are trying to make black screen paints. They can't do a transition. They come up dark either way. All right, we already did the white levels. Let's do some, let me see. I'm trying to think of something that'd be really, really interesting to do. J and K 4K.
Getting that from YouTube.
I'd like to thank our sponsor, Liberty Mutual. They customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. Contestants ready? Go! Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Perfect example of transitioning. So basically, the paint pulls up too high of a black level, then the problem you're going to have is basically, if you can't basically see white level. I'm not saying too high of a black level, but if you can't see white or accept white levels, then it's going to come up dark and dirty. And house paint reacts this way, and black tablecloths. Now, can 39s do this? Yeah. As a matter of fact, we got a 39 outside on a 150-inch screen. We'll go out there today with a 1,000 projector, do the same demonstration on that one. It'll do the same thing. That's what they're designed to do. Now we're just showing off some basic video demonstrations because we've already done white levels. We've already done our color patterns. Now we're just having a little fun with the screen. Normally, chances are in the demonstrations, you're going to use probably like a high-end projector. We don't care. Because in a day, like I said, we only need 1,000 lumens, 720p, nothing special. But we know they have to use the high-end projector to try to get around it. And I'm here to tell you, you're not. I'm the one that popped the top when that first container of paint sat there instead. Not going to go well. And guess what? Did not go well. So if I tell you, a person who has experience in this field for quite some time of gray screen paint products, that slip silver is interesting. Wouldn't go against that thing showing off white levels. We could actually easily have no problem with basically going next to it white levels. We've done it yesterday. But yeah, gray screen paint products are going to struggle with that stuff. It is extremely good. Then you combine the network gray and that one side by side, not good. But again, either way, if the products were tested out, then they should have no problem doing the demonstrations. And that's what all this is about. Number one, making sure customers are not getting robbed and they're not being shipped down everyday house paint. And number two, if the products are tested, they should have no problem doing the demonstrations. If they refuse, product's not tested, and you are getting house paint. Let's go grab ourselves another demonstration. Let's grab let me see. I got TLC because it's bright. TCL 4K demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
I like this one here at the girls walking with the Lamborghinis. Now, after this video challenge is done, I got to come back in here and do a video for the website. Which we're going to have more stuff on it than this. But we're still going to stick to the 1,000 lumen projector. These are for the blacklist. So today we're putting in a black versus black demonstration. Also, too, we have to do one for ultra short throw and all that stuff. So we have to have videos on ultra short throw, ultra demonstrations on the 1,000, demonstrations outside. All that's going to be on that page. Today the weather's supposed to be somewhat warm, which is good. So that means it can be outside. Everything dries up real nicely. So there we are showing our demonstration. Black paint, keep in mind, Kenneth Bird. Demonstration we are doing today. Crystal Ridge Technology screens and the new Black Series Edition.com. We're showing off our technology versus everyday black paint. So two black paints we have up here. Home Depot, Black Dynasty. Over here from Lowe's, we have the Black Magic. Not a big fan of the name, but it's the blackest one they had. And in the middle, a tablecloth, strip tablecloth. And this is a basic test. It's extremely important that it's done. Anyone who avoids these tests, anyone who refuses to do these tests, I would suggest you stay away from the product. why we're giving them the opportunity to back their products. So, Pro 1176, day one has started. Now we've already passed already. We went through our white levels to color, did a transition for fun. Now we're just having some fun. Samsung 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from me too.
Planning a trip, but want to stay flexible? Kayak searches hundreds of travel sites to show you which hotels and vacation rentals offer free cancellation.
Oh, we gotta go through that one. When a train goes dry, there's no choice. You have to go through it.
Search one and done.
Perfect example of transition. It makes the screen paint, and we start to make the black paint. Can't see white light. You can only see contrast. This is how we know you've been faking demonstrations. We can mimic your demonstrations here. He's been doing a lot of fake demonstrations against our products. We can mimic your exact demonstration exactly the same way. Our products don't match black paint. Mr. Taco. Taco, you got more than one way access to that kitchen. You know that, right? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Literally just walked past that area. Literally just walked past it. Taco's interesting. Yeah, you know where to go. You can go right through there. You just I don't want to hear it. You're just curious. Go through there. You know where you got to go. Kitchen has 2 ways in. I'm going to rewind this because I do not like to move the camera away in the middle of a demonstration. It drives me nuts, and he knows it. You got 2 ways into that kitchen. I got everything propped nicely so it doesn't show any openings over there, and he wants to push that aside to go into the kitchen. We can go right through there. We'll go back and show that for a minute. I know what y'all doing. Some people sit there and stare at the screen to see if the background will come up in gray like in no, that's not going to happen, not ever. This is black technology. I can read your minds before you even think it. This is black technology. No way in the world it would come up gray. The man even match gray screens don't even match that. There you go. That's a gray sheet right there. My pressure leans up a little bit. You can see it better. That's a dark gray. It's not light gray, it's a dark gray. Doesn't match your technology. Your technology is black. I'm gonna feed my cat real quick. My other one came in. Hello, Francis. I'll be right there. Mr. Francis. Francis, you don't go today or not. Go ahead and stay with me. And Mr. Francis. Hey, Francis. How you doing, buddy? Ready to eat something? All right. Come on, Taco. Out of the way. Out of the way. Come on. 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 Yeah, so as you can see, we don't match the gray at all, period. And that's dark gray. That's not light gray. That's actually dark gray. That's 3 shades of gray right there for you. We don't match neither one of them. That screen is 100% contrast. The problem with the black screen you have here, it has the black paint. It has no balance, which means it only sees contrast only. So white light can't filter through the screen. That's why the screen is coming up so dark. And that's why it can't match any of the gray here, as it did in his demonstration, because that screen's black. The only difference is it can accept and read white light. So I'm pretty sure people were looking at the black paint thinking, oh yeah, the black paint against there. This screen is actually going to turn. No. Sorry about that. That's not going to happen. I'm very thorough with my test. Which remote control? Oh yeah, over here, fast feeding. Right, 60, I'm ready. We'll leave that there as a comparison. See my borders? See right there? Is it all black here? Yeah, that screen produces black. So any problem is that the house paint can't see white light. So the only thing it's seeing is black light. That's it. That's why it's coming so dark. It's not registering. Excuse me. When you do presentations, you got to back everything up. Man, you can't come in there light with it. You can't. When I tell you that, when I see a screen in the background with the OLED horse, that was coming up gray. It was matching the couch. It was matching the skateboard. Now, I figure when we did that demonstration, I knew other people automatically from the door were thinking because these products were darker, that my screen was going to turn gray. It was going to pick up. It's going to match gray. No, my screen actually is projecting black. That's why I can take those gray sample sheets, 3 different shades, throw it next to my screen, they don't even match it. Because the screen is not gray. It's actually black. It's just going to receive white light. That's what it's doing. It's accepting white light, where the other one can't accept it, and it's coming up too dark. Well, I'm going to kill it when we get to presentations. When I get a chance to do presentations around other people, I'm going to murder it. It's going to be freaking amazing. Oh, we definitely got to do this one. We've already passed the test already. We're just having some fun. So they don't have to do the fabric. We did the fabric for fun. 1,000 lumen projector for fun. Because we've done it too many times to count. That's why. Now what we're going to do is on the Crystal Edge has a ton of black versus black demonstrations, a lot of them. We're going to set up a page for that one, move some of that stuff over, set up a page, and we're going to put in black versus black. You're going to see all the test demonstrations that were done under that technology. We've even made paints on camera, literally made black paints on camera, and they failed against the technology. That screen has some of that technology that's over 39. Some has 30, some over 39 black test versus black. When I get done this demonstration, or this challenge, I got to come back in and I got to do it again. I have to do this for every single screen we developed. We did this for the Fusion, we did this for the Complete, the Exquisite's going to have the exact same thing. All of them have to go through it. The problem I see here with the gray products is I've only seen one screen go through that Network Gray 773. What happened to the rest? Oh, they're not going to be tested either? No, it doesn't work that way. You have to do all of them. All of them have to be done. You can't just do one. All have to be done. Let's do, let me see. Let's do this one. It has some nice bright colors in it. That's why we're requesting the rest of them. Let's finish those, then we'll request the other 2 darker ones. They have to be done on a white level test. We have to see how high the white levels are going to push on those darker mixes they have. So we'll be requesting those. Our test will be for 1 hour. That's what we're doing. It's going, we're already past 1 hour, almost there. So if you can't do hour testing, that's a problem. You should be doing it. Let me get my marker so I can put my marker on my wall. Get tomorrow morning, we do it again, and then go up tomorrow and do it again. I do this every day. Matter of fact, I gotta do testing all the time. Gotta do testing again. Once we finish this, I gotta do it again already. I gotta go back and do it again. Except for ours is gonna be a little different because we need it for the new black edition, and I have to put. It has to be a little more tougher than this. How is that, Frank? Stop leaving cups of tea around the house. That's pretty jacked up. I'm probably looking for this cup of tea somewhere. I can't wait until, like I said, we get everything set up and we're ready to present this in front of people. I can't wait until somebody says, what about black paint? Can it do the same thing? Oh my goodness. Those are going to be the best days for me, people. When I get to go in and do this in front of a bunch of people every day, that's going to be amazing. I can't wait. I love doing black on black demonstrations. And like I said, this is the same technology between that and the Fusion. If you put certified screens against some even gunmetals, wherever it may be, that screen generates so much light that basically it turns a certified screen almost to a near sheet of white paper. So as in passing certification for this technology, it's going to be a breeze. And the thing about doing a paint challenge, doesn't make a difference what projector you have. Doesn't make a difference if you push the zoom all the way down. You can't match the screen. That's the main goal. You cannot match it. And you have to show that difference between night and day. If you get up and you walk over to that screen to show somebody, oh, this is what, no, you've already failed already. Running out of tricks. That's the problem. It's running out of a lot of tricks. Slowly cutting them down. Yeah, I'm still going to put some white paper just so badly. Now, before you go around calling people's products scams, make sure you can back your products up first, and also make sure your products are not matching house paint at the end of the day. Because again, I wouldn't use that word too loosely, and we're speaking to this individual because again, you have a deleted video that we have on our account showing you matching house paint and still selling the product while knowing this. They don't call that honest business at the end of the day. Now, if this individual ever decides that he gets on camera and says, hey, that's a lie, yeah, I hope you don't do that because we can back that one up with no problem. He's definitely a liar, and he definitely does steal from his customers. But this is a way for you to back it up. Now, if you miss a day, you're already forfeit. You got to follow through in all 7 days. Well, we'll keep going. I'm going to see how many marks I get compared to him. Just went almost 1 hour. Put my mark in. Need about 1 hour of testing for each one, just to let you know. By the time they get done doing all that testing, it'll come to about an hour, easily. Where we at? 3 more minutes. And we hit 1 hour. Now, if I give people challenges, these are going to be proper test challenges that should be done. I have one point I don't know, I thought I was trying to do something called the King's Challenge. That was the dumbest thing I've ever heard of in my entire life. Proper test demonstrations, that's all. And these are the tests you should be doing anyway. This shouldn't be a problem for you at all. This should be easy. You should be to show the difference between your product and everyday house paint. That's very important. So again, you may take it as a joke. We don't take it as a joke. This is a very serious demonstration. It has to be done. But that nonsense about the King's Challenge, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of in my life. Stupid. This is a basic challenge. You have to do this anyway. When you're testing out your product, this is a test that has to be done from the door. You don't want to match house paint. It's not about King's Challenge. It's basically showing that your products are tested. That's what these challenges are for. All right, you have completed 1 hour. We're done. We completed 1 hour. That fast, that quick. I've done this. I've done 3 hour, 4 hour demonstrations. An hour is easy for us. All right then. Here we are. Mr. Kenny right there. That's my first mark right there. Do not make that turn into a landslide. I mean, I'm dead serious, man. If I'm sitting up there with that many marks up there, rows and rows and rows of marks, don't turn that into a landslide. Do the test, get them done, what you need to do. Now, Thank y'all for watching the video demonstration. As I said before, these are tests. It's all serious. All jokes aside, this is very serious. You need to do these tests. Because customers need to know if they're purchasing from this individual that he's actually shipping them a product that actually works, not something that's stuck in the dark with a high-end 4K laser projector, not something on a calibrated projector, not picking and choosing and selecting certain video. No, you can't do all that nonsense in the day. You need to at the end of the day, go in and do your test and prove that your product works. Now, if your product's not tested, everybody's going to know because you can't do the test. That's all. Now I got to come in, I got to do this all over again because I have to basically do demonstrations for the blacklist. So good luck.